Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated and noteworthy comics for December 13th, 2023. I'm Mike Spiderslayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. It's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. Before we get into it, guys, I just gotta give a quick shout out to Whatnot. If you have not downloaded Whatnot today, there is a link in my description box below. It is absolutely for free. When you create your profile and you make your first purchase on Whatnot, when you win that first auction, you will get a $15 credit off of that first auction. Perfect time for the holidays if you know someone that's looking for a comic, a toy, an action figure, whatever it is that you buy on Whatnot. Guys, you will not be disappointed. Again, free 15 bucks. Can't deny that. So check it out, Whatnot. Okay, so here we go. The book that's on the hot seat this week goes to SpiderGwen Smash. This is issue 1. So, yeah, we have a new SpiderGwen series. We've had so many volumes of this character already. It's absolutely insane. But this time, it's titled Time to Face the Music. And we have Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, or whatever the hell she's called. But we have Gwen, who promises her band, the Mary Janes, that she's going to go on this 4-city tour. It's a big break for them. And she's going to focus, but nothing but the music. And not focus on anything that has to do with web slinging. But there is somebody that obviously interferes, which is some kind of assassin that we don't know. And then obviously Spider-Gwen is called to action once again. We'll see how it turns out. It's a 36-page comic for $5. Are you guys a fan enough of the character to pick up this mini? Next, we have the book that's on the rise, and this is Gang War Luke Cage issue 2. I'll be the first to admit, I did not have high expectations when it came to the Gang War spin-offs in general, but the Luke Cage one, the first issue, was actually really good. And we have Luke Cage back in action again. He's kind of creating a team for himself, and we get the return of a villain that we haven't seen in quite some time, which is Alistair Smythe, this Spider Slayer himself. So I was really excited to see that. Like I said, Cloak and Dagger, Jessica Jones, Danny Rand. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, right? It's like a Heroes for Hire type of thing. Really cool stuff. 28 pages, $4. Moving on to number 10. This is a lighter week for comic releases. I don't think there was like really highly anticipated or big time comic books coming out, but we do have Marvel Zombies Black, White, and Blood issue 3. If you guys love the Black, White, and Blood series, if you guys love zombies, I think this series has been halfway decent. I thought issue 1 was really good. Issue 2 for me had like one solid story in there. It had to be with the Fantastic Four story with the zombie apocalypse. The other 2 stories were not that great. So we'll see what issue 3 has in order for its readers. Not much to talk about here. There's 3 separate stories within a book. It's 40 pages and it's a $6 comic. Coming in at number 9, we have Phantom Road issue 7. Now, when it comes to this series, it seems like it takes quite a while for it to come out, and I feel like it's lost its momentum a little bit. And when it comes to the story, it doesn't seem like there's very much story progression, but it's been a very interesting story about these 2 characters who meet on the road. One guy's a trucker, and the other girl gets into the accident with the trucker. They find this artifact, and when it's touched, they wind up going to this like world where people turn into these zombies. There's certain points along the road where it flips them backside up again. There's this private investigator that's connected to this whole world. It's a great story, but I definitely think it's a better trade read at this point since it takes so long for the monthly issues to come out. But it is entertaining. It is really good. So looking forward to issue 7, 32 pages, and this is $4. Coming in at number 8, we have Batman and Robin. This is issue 4. So we have Batman and Robin teaming up to go on their adventures, and they're fighting against this new character by the name of Shush. Yeah, not Hush. And the funny thing is she's not even connected to Hush. The only thing that I guess that's close to Hush is the bandages around her face. I don't know why. So she's very much a mysterious character, and both Batman and Damian are separated here. Batman is working with White Rabbit to track down Shush, and then we wind up seeing Damian, who is hunting down the criminal mastermind that's been, taking on Batman or whatever the case may be. This book is okay for me. The art tends to be really, really busy. You kind of lose your way while you read, so we'll see. This is $5. Moving on to number 7, we have Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy issue 4. Really solid series. This obviously is like an homage story, or just like a tribute to the 90s when it comes to original Silver Surfer. Ron Martz and Ron Lim, or I think, are the ones that write this one. And it's been really good. And the cool thing about this is we're going to get Frankie Ray in this comic book. And there's been a lot of talks that she's going to be in the Fantastic Four movie in the future. So it's kind of funny that they're bringing her in this particular comic book. We've gotten to see Silver Surfer face off against Silver Surfer Black in the last issue. Captain Marvel's son was in the last issue going through like this aging and de-aging process because he was in this different time world. Thanos has been in here. Again, everything that you loved about the 90s Silver Surfer comic book, it's right here in this book. So yeah, definitely a must read. 28 pages, $4. Coming in at number 6, we have another spin-off to the Gang War here. We have Daredevil Gang War issue 1. So it looks like Elektra Daredevil is going to be the one that's going to be in this spin-off. So, when it comes to Luke Cage, I think, maybe Elektra could be a pretty cool addition here. So I'm definitely trying out all these Gang War stuff, and I'm probably going to collect every single one of them, being that this is the Spider-Man event of the year. We'll see how this one turns out. Obviously, Hell's Kitchen is a big part in the Marvel universe, so there needs to be some kind of Daredevil. Do I wish it would be Matt Murdock? I would say yes, but I'm not sure if Matt Murdock in the current state of continuity of Marvel Comics would be the right choice here right now. So I don't know. We'll see with this one too. 40 pages, $5. Top 5. We have Blade issue 6. Enter Dracula. So Blade has had to do battle against this Adania character, and Blade has had this sword. It's the sword of Lucifer that kind of turns his personality into like very greedy and whatnot. And it's been a fun read. I feel like the book has lost a little bit of its steam, but it's still been very entertaining and surprising for me. It's been the best Blade story that I've read in quite a while, and I want to see this dynamic between Dracula and Blade here, since they have to team up with each other to beat this Adania character, because supposedly she's like the most powerful thing ever. The journey to get to this part has been a lot of fun too. The artwork is taking a dip, but overall pretty good book. Legacy numbering 34. This is 28 pages, $4. Number 4. Punisher issue 2. It says no one escapes the Punisher. So this is interesting, okay? So a lot of people, including myself, has said that the very first issue of this comic book has felt very cookie cutter like. It's like a very similar story to the original Frank Castle, except that we got this new character in here, and now I totally forgot his name. It's some generic name. And it's just like, well, why would you do this when you have already a Frank Castle out here, right? But the much different thing is this guy is not trying to be the Punisher. It's the news is making him to be the new Punisher. So it's the media out there. He just happens to have gear and stuff like that, and he's just trying to get revenge on what happened with his family. He's a former SHIELD agent and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it was a good issue, and a lot of people have been telling me in my comment section that issue 2, there's going to be a twist in this guy's like storytelling. So we'll see what, his story has to offer, how he's going to separate himself from Frank Castle. This could be something that may start off very familiar in the beginning, but then actually pans out to be something much more different. So I am excited for it. This is 28 pages, $5. Top 3. Spider-Man Gang War. This is Miles Morales Spider-Man. So we finally got the story done with Miles teaming up with Blade, which I didn't think was a very fun story. I don't know why we had to have that one, but hey, it is what it is, and this has been a better run of Miles Morales than I've read in quite some time here. So Cody Ziegler's been doing a great job. And obviously, we got to see in the first Strike issue, Miles Morales, talking to Spider-Man saying, dude, you got to be a better friend. You have totally just left me in the dust for the past 6 months. I don't know what's going on with you. Great power comes great responsibility. You should follow your own motto. So I'm curious to see how this all ties in the gang war. I did say that Hobgoblin in a Spider-Man video that I did on Zeb Wells is probably going to be a major part in the gang war, and it looks like he is, because the Hobgoblin is showing up in this issue of Miles Morales. That's fine and dandy, man. I'm excited for it. So this one is legacy numbering 295, 28 pages, $4. Number 2, Titans Beast World issue 2. So I had no expectations when it came to Beast World issue 1. I had no idea what the heck I was gonna, read here. I didn't know if Beast Boy was gonna turn in a bunch of evil cheetahs or birds or whales, and he's taking over everything else. Well, I guess it went to next level shit here as he turned into a evil Starro. As there was this Necro Star that was like an evil Starro getting ready to consume the earth, and he had to transform himself into the Starro creature, and they battled. But what happened was there was this dark Dr. Fate guy who I guess came from Night Terrors, and he possessed Beast Boy, and now he's this Starro guy, and he's spawning all the little freaking starfish people and taking over everybody. So it's nothing that we really haven't seen before. We've seen Starro take over the world, but we haven't seen Beast Boy take over the world as Starro. I think the twist here is, how do you defeat somebody that you love, right, without hurting him? So I guess that is the little twist here. So looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. Love the artwork in this book as well. 32 pages, $5. All right, guys. So remember, after number 1, we're not done, as we have those noteworthy comics to talk about. And my number 1 most anticipated comic for December 13th goes to Green Lantern issue 6. Hal Jordan versus Sinestro. Guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. I think this series has been awesome so far. Sinestro is now a Red Lantern. There's some kind of imbalance in the spectrum. And when you saw Sinestro don that Red Lantern ring at the end of the last issue, I was like, oh dang, that's awesome. You want to talk about some evil stuff right there? That's it. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm looking forward how they bring back maybe the other Lantern Corps as well. Awesome book. Definitely recommend this one. This is 40 pages, and this one is $5. Noteworthy comics. Here we go. Kicking it off with Marvel. The first thing we have, I guess, is this big Moon Knight issue. This is issue 30. I think this is the official death of Moon Knight. I've fallen off this title unfortunately, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. Then we have X-Men Red. This is issue 18. Then we have Immortal Thor. This is issue 5, as we have the whole Thor Corps going on. I said I was going to stick with this book up until that point. I just couldn't do it, guys. I just could not continue to read this comic book. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy. This is issue 9. Then we have Dark X-Men. This is issue 5. Then we move on to Captain America issue 4 from J. Michael Straczynski. I dropped this one too. Just too much of nothing going on. Just so much dialogue and reading. Bored to death while reading this book. Then we move on to DC Comics. Then we have Detective Comics, issue 1079. Next, we have World's Finest Teen Titans. This is issue 6. We move on to Superman Lost World. This is issue 9. We have Batman Gargoyle of Gotham, issue 2. If this all comes out in the same week, we got a lot of Batman stuff. Batman City of Madness, issue 2. Outsiders, issue 2. Titans Beast World Tour, Gotham, issue 1. All Batman related stuff. Then we have Batman Santa Claus Silent Night, issue 2. I couldn't put this in the top just for the pure reason of not reading issue 1 yet. The Indie Comics, and we move on to Radiant Black. This is issue 27, and there's 2 of these, 2 different perspectives from both Radiants here. Then we have Scorched, issue 24. We have the continuation of Rogue Sun. This is issue 17. We have the Madness. This is issue 5. For some reason or another, I missed the Madness issue 4. So that's why I couldn't put this on my top 10 most anticipated, because I haven't read that issue yet. From Dark Horse, we have a new number 1 called Masterpiece issue 1. And then we have from Image a Haunted Girl issue 3. So there are my top 10 most anticipated and noteworthy comics for December 13, 2023. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you love my content, I'll leave you more content right over here. In fact, this is a topic video that I did about bad habits in comic book collecting. Hopefully you guys will check it out. It's a lot of fun. As always, guys, support those local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but more importantly, always read those comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.